Chapter 17. The Porch Light. Even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day. For darkness is as light to you. Psalm 139, verse 12. It was late afternoon when James knocked on the cottage door. Not a light tap, not the easy rhythm of habit. This knock was different, the kind that made Ruthie freeze mid-motion. She had been folding laundry, steadying herself with the familiar scent of clean fabric. But the knock pulled her attention. Her feet moved before her thoughts could catch up. Slow, measured, each step through the quiet cottage felt heavier than the last. She reached the door, fingers curled around the knob, paused, then turned. James stood there, hat in hand, shoulders rounded like he was bracing himself for what was about to come.
"Hi,"
He said, voice almost hoarse.
"Hey,"
She replied, cautious but not cold. They stood like that for a breath too long, neither knowing where to begin.
"I should have come sooner, Ruthie. Look, I am so sorry about the other day.
James said finally, his voice low.
I have just been stuck in my own head. I am so sorry."
Ruthie nodded slightly, then stepped aside. He entered, but the warmth didn't follow, not at first. The cottage smelled of rosemary and stew, the kind of scent that normally soothed the body after a long day. But now the air felt tight, suspended. James stood in the middle of it all like he didn't know where to land.
"Coffee?"
She asked, softer this time.
"Only if it's strong."
He said, offering a half smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. She poured a fresh mug and set it down in front of him, the ceramic clinking lightly against the wood. But James didn't reach for it. His eyes lingered, not on the coffee, but on her hand. The bandage. His brows pinched.
"What happened?"
He asked, his voice low but urgent. Ruthie's body tensed like a wire pulled tight. She pulled her hand back slightly, instinctively.
"It's silly, really.
She said, trying to shrug it off.
I slipped and nicked myself with the knife."
James sat up straighter.
"Is it deep? Do you need stitches? Should I take you to the doctor?"
She shook her head quickly.
"No, nothing like that. Just a small cut.
She hesitated, then added quieter.
It was nothing. I was just chopping veggies, and my mind wandered. I wasn't paying attention, and the knife only made a small cut."
James tilted his head slightly, concern etched across his face.
"I am sorry. Were you distracted because of me?"
Ruthie didn't answer right away. Her eyes flicked to the floor. Her fingers fidgeted with the edge of the tea towel on the bench.
"No,
She said finally.
it wasn't that, James. It was more than wandering. It was a flashback. Back to a memory I would like to forget.
She swallowed, hard.
1 minute I was in this kitchen. Safe. Here. The next, I wasn't. I was back there. His kitchen. My old one. The garlic burned, and it was like my whole body remembered before my brain did. I was standing in the same place, but everything smelled like fear.
James went still, like her words struck something deep in him.
"I get it."
He said. Her eyes lifted to meet his.
You do?
He nodded slowly.
"More than you know."
She searched his face, really looked, and there it was. The weight, the ache with history, the kind of grief you carry in your bones. Ruthie took a shaky breath.
That day, when you said not today, and walked away,
She said gently.
it hurt.
James's gaze dropped.
It felt like I'd said too much, like you regretted letting me into your world.
He gripped the coffee mug tightly. His knuckles turned white.
"I didn't mean to shut you out.
He said, his voice cracking under the weight.
I didn't know what to do with what I was feeling. I wasn't pushing you away. I was pushing everything away. Myself, the grief, the shame."
He let out a breath like he'd been holding it for days.
I told you about Ellie, but not all of it. Not the parts I still carry. Some days it is all too much. Some nights it all rushes back, especially the night she died.
His hands came up to cover his face for a second, shoulders hunched as if trying to fold himself inward.
I was supposed to be her safe place. I was meant to see it. But I was so damn busy fixing fences, checking troughs, pretending everything was fine, to notice the pain she was in. I failed her.
He looked up again, tears streaking his cheeks.
When she died, I blamed the world. But deep down, I blame myself. I still do.
Ruthie didn't say anything. She didn't need to. She just reached across the table and gently placed her hand over his.
And then,
He continued,
on your birthday, I felt different, lighter. And that terrified me. Because I didn't think I deserved to feel okay. Not after what happened to her.
A tear slid down Ruthie's cheek, but she didn't wipe it away.
You're not a failure, James.
She said quietly, firmly.
You're a man with a broken heart, doing the best he can. And even in the short time I've known you, I've seen who you are. Steady, kind, brave, even when it hurts.
She squeezed his hand softly.
I don't believe for a second that you failed Ellie. You loved her. You would have done anything for her.
James exhaled, long, slow, and something in his posture shifted. A burden easing, even if only slightly.
You carry so much.
She whispered.
So much that was never yours to carry alone.
He looked at her, really looked at her, like her words were reaching into places no one else had touched in years. His eyes shimmered with something raw, not just pain. Hope,
I think
he began slowly, his voice barely more than gravel.
I just need to know I can keep you safe.
Ruthie's gaze didn't waver.
You don't have to save me, James.
She said, voice tender but steady.
I'm not asking for a hero. I just need to know you won't vanish without a word. That you won't leave me wondering if I did something wrong.
He looked down at their hands, fingers still loosely threaded. Her thumb brushed against his, gentle as breath. When his eyes lifted again, there was something sacred in his expression, like a vow, without the need for words.
I won't.
He said. This time his voice didn't shake.
You never need to worry again, Ruthie. I will never do that again.
Thank you for listening to this chapter of Healing on the Land. If this story has touched your heart, I'd love for you to come join me for the next chapter. You can find it here on this channel. If you'd like to support more Christian storytelling, you can purchase the full book or make a donation using the link in the description. Your support, no matter the size, helps us to continue writing stories of faith, healing, and hope. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. May God bless you, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.